This is a follow-up to the Auxito LEDs. This was the... which one was it? Here we go. The 9007 or HB5. Okay, so I ordered 3 boxes of these. 3 boxes of these, the same size, HB5. So I'm trying to do a follow-up video because I got people asking me, hey, you know, we're about 3 or 4 months into the video, or 3 or 4 months into this purchase. We want to see if these lights are holding up. Well, here's one of the daily drivers that's being driven at night all the time. And this one doesn't have daytime running lights, so that's not, it doesn't account for that. It's only nighttime. So just stay right here. Let me turn them on and see what's going on. Right. Nice and bright. You can see that they're working. Okay. Now let's go to the other E-Series van. Alright, here we are at the other E-Series van, which is a backup. It's driven once every now and then. This is a later model. The other one was an earlier model. I'm sure anybody can tell by the front grille. Now remember, these are non-projection headlights.
They don't have a mirror inside the...
Right, there's no reflector shield reflecting back, so there's everything coming out forward like a flashlight. So these are non-projection headlights, which are great for the E-Series because they really light up the road. Alright, so let's see what this 07 does with the Auxitos. And I got an extra set just in case these Chinese
Amazon specials,
Amazon, eBay specials go out of stock. So I got 2 extra in case one goes out. There is a little fan inside of them. I can hear the fan running when there's no engine running. I can hear the little fan in each headlight buzzing. So there is a fan in it keeping them cool. And I do hear that fan, and the fan sounds nice and strong.
They haven't flickered yet.
No, they haven't flickered or done anything bad that they weren't supposed to do. Taking this vehicle on 400-mile trips or so at a time at night, and it's been fine in the past 3.5 months. But otherwise, it just sits. So let's check these. I gotta say that we're in high humidity areas. The cold climate, I don't know yet if that's going to affect anything, but I doubt it.
I think the humidity would affect it more with the moisture.
With all the moisture and electrical problems we have here down south.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me go ahead and try this one. See if the battery's still good. Yeah, I guess it is. As you can see, we're pretty much the brightest thing on the road. So you want to aim these things down a little bit, not too much. Get it against a brick wall somewhere in a parking lot and then set them. These are the factory lenses. Those are Ford factory lenses. I haven't polished them and cleaned them up yet. And they still shine through these factory lenses quite well.
The ones in the other van were aftermarket, huh?
Yeah, those are aftermarket. Those are the cheap
Eagle eyes?
Eagle eye Chinese lenses, but they still seem to be OEM. They still seem to fit, and I have an extra set of them. So if you do order these Auxitos, and you're about, like I said, I'm about 3 or 4 months into them, and they're fine. They have given me no problems. If you do order these, just take into account for the projection portion. They are pretty white. They're not blue, but they are bright white. They're probably almost one shade before it starts to turn blue. So They don't give the illusion that they're blue, but they are very bright white. And you know, having one of these vans follow behind me, one of these E-Series, I can say that if they're not adjusted correctly, it will present a problem to other motorists on the road. So I just wanted to make this video as a follow-up because plenty of people have asked me about these, and I didn't know nothing about them either. They have a 2-year warranty, but like I said, who's going to honor a Chinese warranty with all the problems going on today in the United States? So I'd say buy an extra set if you're going to buy them, because who wants to run around with 2 different bulbs or have to buy another set later in the future if one goes out? But so far, so good. About 3 or so months into it. And I just want to let everybody know that, look, I don't get paid to make these videos, so constructive criticism is good. I don't mind that. I laugh at it. Sometimes I take it and use it. And then other people who are, I don't know what generation you're from, but if you're ass hurt, butt hurt, whatever it's called, some of you assholes use the word hack. Y'all can go watch somebody else's videos, because I don't get paid to do this shit, and I actually don't give a shit what your opinion is, unless it's constructive criticism and it's good criticism. So otherwise, you can take your stupid ass over to somebody else's channel and let them feed you bullshit. Nobody's sponsoring me to do this. This was done out of my own pocket for my own reasons and my own fucking time. Okay? So I just want to let y'all know that. To all the guys out there who have subscribed to my channel, thank you. Thank you to, you know, for doing that. But I hardly doubt YouTube is going to pay me to do any of this, and it's not for that purpose. I just like posting my findings. Maybe one day I'll go back and watch my own video, and it'll help me figure out something I lost my mind and didn't figure out before. So there's all kinds of reasons out there for making these videos, and it's not for self-promotion. So that's why I don't really disagree with guys who do this for a living on YouTube, because YouTube used to be a free thing that was fun, and videos that were fun, and it wasn't all these people trying to sell themselves all over the place and be sponsored by companies to do this. I wanted to give fair and accurate information on certain things, products, and how to do situations. And I would appreciate if more people would get involved and do the same, and less people would try to stop making a living off of YouTube, because that's when shit stops being fun and you stop getting accurate information. So far, a thumbs up on the Auxito. If you're gonna buy them for 40 bucks or so, or whatever they cost, go for it. That's about what I paid. If you got an Econoline or a Ford truck, or you got anything that takes the HB5 or the 9007.
They don't have that stupid plate in the front.
Yeah, I did disconnect the daytime running lights on this vehicle. There's a little box right underneath the shroud, the plastic shroud. You just unplug one harness. I think it's 3 wires. One feeds back to the pull switch, and once you pull those back, once you disconnect that, daytime running lights are off, and you can run these vans with no daytime running lights, which is good, because I don't believe in that. And maybe for insurance purposes to get a cheaper rate, yeah, it's great, but disconnect them, you know, if you want to. That's what I do. So let's go back to this vehicle again. There's your Auxito headlights. That's what you get. And when they're adjusted down right, you're not blinding anybody, they're good. And when you throw your high beams on, it lights up every single road sign there is. Every reflector, everything. They're pretty bright, and they're brighter than most new cars on the road. So I like them for a cheap light, and they're holding up pretty well. Also, to add to that, the
They don't kill your battery.
No, they don't. You see, the daily driver lost an alternator the other day because I guess I pushed it too hard, and I lost an alternator. and the voltage regulator went haywire. And then finally the voltage regulator crapped out on the alternator. So I had about maybe about 40 miles to drive with no alternator. So luckily my battery held up long enough with these, and it was at nighttime and these lights were on. These headlights didn't dim at all. I made it all the way where I needed to go. And then I finally got another alternator, a brand new alternator, and put it on the daily driver. So they didn't drain the battery as fast, and they don't pull much current, which is good. Now, would I change all my side marker lamps to LED? Hell no. There's too many problems with resistors and stuff like that in the LEDs for blinkers and stuff like that. And I've installed them for people, and there's been nothing but problems. Some people like the LEDs all the way around, and they might disagree. You know, it depends on how much money you spend. But I find that the resistors, you know, cause pull almost just as much as the regular incandescent type tungsten bulb, the old-fashioned bulbs.
Also the daytime running. I think somebody said they were having problems with daytime running lights. Like these would trip the daytime running sensor on off because it was so bright.
Oh.
On certain vehicles. I don't know about the Econoline, but on other vehicles.
Oh, other vehicles have, because they have photocells.
Yeah.
And the headlights might glare back to the photocell and trick the photocell into thinking it's daytime. Well, there's options for that. I mean, you can put like a shade, find out where your sensor is, and put a shade in front of it. But anyway, that concludes the review on these Auxitos. And anybody out there wanted to know, here you go. I mean, we're about 3 months into it or so, and we're still going. Maybe 4, I don't know. Go back and watch the other video when I installed them, and on the one van, and then now I got it on the second. And there's a third vehicle that's not in the picture that also has them. But anyway, everybody, peace out.